Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lux, the channel dedicated to all things rich and luxurious, from cars to houses to his looks and more. Let me show you some insane things that Post Malone spends his money on. But first, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed to the channel, make sure you turn on notifications as we are releasing new videos every day. Number 8. Custom cars. If we're going to talk about celebrity purchases, you can bet that we're going to be talking about cars at least a few times. But what might surprise you about Post Malone is that he doesn't just go for high-end car models. He prefers custom cars that he makes just for him. But why does he do that? Because of his father. His father and Post Malone's family in general have had some really good breaks in life, including being able to run things at Cowboy Stadium in Texas. And that allowed his dad to get a bunch of really cool cars, including some that even car collectors would drool over. For Post Malone, he needed to get cars of a certain quality so that he could outshine his dad. I'm always in a constant battle with who is cooler than me or my dad. One of the rides he felt he needed to customize was a Lincoln Continental, which aren't cheap. He has also remodeled an old SUV into the Postmobile, as he likes to call it, the Texas Whip, thanks to the trespassing of Jake Paul. We also know that Post Malone owns a few Rolls Royce as well. So when you add that up, along with the likelihood that there are cars we don't know about, then it's safe to say that Post Malone has spent millions on cars between direct purchases and the custom work done to them. Number 7. Guns. Guns are a touchy subject to bring up, as the last few years have been marked with numerous tales of violence involving a lot of firearms. And you would think that people like Post Malone would stay away from making mention of them having weapons, but that's honestly not the case. For Post Malone, he loves guns, and he likes to flaunt the ones that he has on his Instagram page and other social media sites. And it's not just that he likes to shoot guns at ranges and certain shops. He openly travels around the country to various places in order to use various weapons and buy automatic firearms, while likely using loopholes to get them without much issue, and so on and so forth. He's basically a gun nut, which is fine in context, as firearms are honestly marvels of engineering, but there's a time and place to show your love for them. And Post Malone sometimes has a problem realizing that. For example, after the Las Vegas concert shooting, Post Malone made a video of him driving through Vegas while there was a machine gun attached legally to his SUV. Naturally, this got a ton of backlash, and Post Malone apologized for the incident that he caused. Is it wrong to have spent so much on guns and ammo? Technically no, because it's all legal, but he should rein in his love for it at least. Number 6. Music videos. Let's talk about things that sometimes go unmentioned on money spending lists. Music videos. Who do you think spends money on these music videos? It's not always the record label, though they do help out at points. Most times it's the musical artists themselves, and that's why not every song on a new album has a music video, because they can be very expensive to make. We're talking millions at times, depending on the grandness of it. There are also some that are incredibly simple and cool, and that's great, but that's not the style of Post Malone. He often tries to go really fun and trippy with his songs, such as for his song Rockstar, where he went and hired Emil Nava to do a Kill Bill kind of video with him. Other times he's gone more of the 2D animation route, and other times still he went with a more grisly style. It just depends on the song. Depending on the effects, length of the video, and more, we're talking almost millions of dollars per video. Especially when you have people like Nava on the team who cost serious money just to get to work with you. But if Malone wants his vision to be done right, he needs to spend money to do it. Number 5. His wardrobe. If not already abundantly clear, Post Malone is a very unique individual, especially when it comes to his wardrobe, because instead of buying hip brands made in America or dressing like a true rapper, he instead goes off the deep end and buys all sorts of foreign outfits. And by foreign, I mean stuff that costs thousands of dollars to own. In fact, Post Malone has been documented at various stores like Gucci and such, and leaving said store with tens of thousands of dollars in purchases. Talk about a shopping spree. Yet you wouldn't know he's spending a lot of money on clothes at times, because he's completely erratic with what he wears from one moment to the next. Sometimes he's in shorts, other times he has a fur coat, and other times he's dressed in a high-quality suit. It's impossible to know just how much he has spent on clothes, but given his wide variety of tastes, it'd be easy to say millions. Number 4. Popeye's Biscuits. Okay, hear me out on this one. because I'm sure that sounds weird without context. Despite all the crazy things that Post Malone does, he does have a deep connection with his fans. He loves his fans and wants them to be treated well, especially when they're waiting for him at concert venues and such. So at Coachella one year, he knew that his fans were out waiting for the concert to start, and so he decided to help them pass time by getting them some food. He went to Popeyes, we're guessing he had prep time, and got them to make 10,000 biscuits for all the fans in question. He brought the biscuits to Coachella, and every fan of his got to eat one. The total bill for this, over $8,000 on biscuits. Well, that and taxes, of course. Just goes to show how far he'll go to make his fans happy and fed. Number 3, gifts for his dad. We noted earlier that Post Malone and his dad have a bit of a rivalry going on in terms of the cars that they have. But make no mistake, Post Malone loves his dad. He was a major positive influence in his life, and he credits him a lot for all that he has accomplished. So over the course of his fame and money-making career, he's gotten his dad all sorts of gifts, including a new car, or 2, and a whole bunch of high-priced shoes. Plus, you can bet that any and all birthday and Christmas gifts from Post Malone to his dad have a big price tag as well. We would like to hope that most celebrities spend at least a little money on their parents and family members every once in a while, but it's good to know that Post Malone openly and regularly shows his affection for his dad. Number 2, beef hog manager. No, I'm really not kidding on this one. When it comes to Post Malone, he's willing to spend money to make sure his life is as epic as possible. And not only does he have beer bongs, he has an actual bong manager. But don't worry, it's not an actual profession. It's just a friend of his who makes $1,000 a day cleaning the beer bongs at Post Malone's house. I'm not sure if that's hilarious or horrifying. Oh, and to be clear, it was Post Malone himself that said this, as he was touring his massive mansion, which is basically just like a party house, as it's outfitted with all sorts of things for Post Malone and his friends to have fun with, including beer pong, obviously. Number 1, his tattoos. Well, not necessarily a requirement of being a rapper. Most rappers love to adorn themselves with all sorts of tattoos to help solidify their image and their hardcore nature. But if you look at Post Malone over the years, you see that he has taken this idea to extreme levels and beyond. Seriously, look up pictures of him during the early years of rap career, and check him out in 2020, and you'll see all of the extra tattoos that he's gotten over the years, especially on his face. But what's crazy isn't the number of tattoos that he has, though he admits that that's part of the craziness. It's that he has such a wide variety, from the Playboy logo to Johnny Cash to the names of fallen rappers and more. It's no singular thing, it's varied and wild, just like Post Malone. So what do you think? What do you think of these insane things that Post Malone spent his millions on? Which of these items is most surprising to you? Which one do you wish you could have for yourself? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching Lux, the channel dedicated to all things rich and luxurious. If you like this video, make sure to check out some of our other videos, and to be notified when we release new videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until next time.